Hey, you guys, and welcome to another episode of Talkers vs. Doers. And we must say, Happy New Year. I'm so excited as we start off this new year, going right into it and just having a great new episode. I'm your girl, Coach Perry, aka Miss James Dropper. But I'm going to jump right into it because I have an awesome guest that I brought back on. You guys know him, you guys seen it and heard of him just so amazing. I just want to bring him back on, kick it off the new year. So before I jump on into the spill the tea, I want you guys just to welcome him in so he can just give a little information about himself.
What up, beautiful people? Coach EP, I'm back. Jim's Dropper. Look, I'm excited. I'm excited to be here. For those who don't know me, Coach Mike James. Mike. I grew up in the Mike Jones era, so a lot of times in college it was I said grew up. I was in college during the Mike Jones era, so to a lot of
Right.
people it's Mike who.
Mhm.
But yeah, I'm happy to be back. I'm the founder and owner of P&Z Life Coaching, and I'm also a facilitator with Certified Life Coach Institute. I'm a speaker, MC, fun-loving guy, and so I'm happy to be here.
And you guys hear that? He's so dope. He's so dope. He just providing the things that he do. So as you guys know, a lot on especially my Instagram, Miss James Dropper, you hear a lot about networking and just making sure you're doing things in the community to help build yourself and other people. So hearing all the amazing things he's doing, it was no doubt that I needed to network and collaborate with him to continue to provide things that we're doing to the community in a positive way. So not only is my guest, but hey, we kicking off the new year and he is the co-host. So thank you, Mr. Mike. Woo!
Let's get it. Y'all see the crisp shirt? Don't play with it.
Hey,
Y'all
and
see
you
it?
guys know it's crazy coming in and the minds of us working together that we both had this on. I promise you guys it was not planned. It was not planned at all. But when the divine
Yeah.
linked together and we know we coming in to do something amazing for the community and just amazing for the people. Not only that, look how our necklaces are even the same.
Look, sis, I was just gonna say you talked
Crazy.
about it. You said that, it wasn't planned. So we got here, y'all. We turned the cameras on. It's like, okay, look at us on the same page with the white. And then Erica leaned in and was like, wait a minute, like the same
The
necklace too?
same.
Y'all, listen, like you said, divine timing, divine connection. So that's what it's all about. Love it.
Dope, dope, dope. So we are so excited, you guys, just to rock this year and to keep on just bringing amazing things and build it on. Again, I can't thank you enough, Mike, for just bringing this in and becoming a host. I just know it's amazing things coming. But not only that, we wanted to jump in with an episode today. We wanted to introduce him in, but also
No doubt.
to just start off this year in this episode that we want to talk about is the importance of having a target goal.
Mm.
So many entrepreneurs, new, aspiring, and stuck, or just in general, are coming in and saying, "Hey, I want a business. I have some great ideas, but they don't have a target goal." So, what's your thoughts about that, Mike?
Yeah, so you mentioned the right, the whole goal with talkers versus doers, right? And even what you do as a coach in the Gems Dropper, it's entrepreneurs in all levels, right?
Yeah.
New, aspiring, new, stuck, anyone in that entrepreneur field. So when you talk about like that target, setting that target goal, the first thing I think is important is realizing it's kind of like one of those things, it's a roadmap. I've heard some people say where, I don't like to resolution, or I don't like to look ahead, or I don't like to
Hmm.
goals, but it just gives you a target, something to, that's why you say, I like the way you say target goal, right? That's our topic. So it's like a target of something that you want to aim for. You know how that saying where, don't just shoot for the stars, shoot for the moon, because if you miss, you're going to land in the stars. So it's giving you something to look forward to. And I think it's important because without that vision, you
Right.
perish. Like, where are you going without that vision? So I think it's very important to just have that in mind in terms of where you want to go as you plan your entrepreneurship journey. Because as you know, as you and I both know, it's a journey.
Yeah, definitely a journey. And I love what you said, that vision. Like you said, planning for that vision, planning for that journey. And definitely Having that target goal to bring clarity and focus. That's one of the biggest things that I talk with my clients about. When you have that actual target goal, now you become more clear about what you're trying to do. You have more purpose. And now you're setting deadlines, because you really want to accomplish those goals. But
Yeah.
like a target, it's so many things you can hit, but you want to have that certain goal.
Mhm. Yeah, definitely. And that that last part is so important. Like, it's so many things that you can hit, but at least now, if anyone who does any kind of target sports, whether it's shooting or rifling, bow, arrow, or whatever, and archery. Thank you. I was like, wait, what is it called?
That's
So any
great.
kind of target sports, right? It's a lot of stuff that you can hit. You think about that target, it can be on a huge background, but you have to have something to aim at because we could just
Ooh,
shoot. Wow, right?
right,
It's like,
right.
look, since we just passed New Year's, right? So you know what happened every New Year's in certain
Everybody shoot.
places, people shooting up in the air and not realizing that that's what. Okay, here we go. Let's bring it home. First episode back on this thing. Let's bring it home.
We already hot.
Not having a target goal for your entrepreneurship journey is like walking outside on December 31st at 11:59 and shooting up blindly in the air. Because
Mm,
guess what? All those rounds that you put up in the air has to come down somewhere.
right.
And guess what? You don't know where the hell they're going.
Uh-uh.
So it's the same way when you don't have a target goal or an aim or a branding strategy and all of that stuff that comes with it, right,
I
for
love
your
it.
business.
No, 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 I love it. The biggest thing you said, you don't know where they're going, but it gets to the point you don't know where you're going. Because
Yeah.
you just have a lot of ideas that you're shooting up, a lot of thoughts, but where they're going because you have no target goal of saying this is my destination.
Hmm.
So you yourself are just shooting blank ideal shots. So what's your focus? What's your clarity that are you bringing with your goals that you have? Yes,
Yeah.
we all have a lot of them. Yes, we're going to dream big, but have we mapped out that target goal? And as we talk about target goals, that target map out also means that preparation. Let me prepare for what is next. Let me prepare actually what is now. We get so quick, and I'm preaching to the choir, but talking about myself. My biggest thing starting off with entrepreneur was not great preparation.
Hmm.
I had to actually say, okay, it's time to prepare, which means bring out that notebook, put deadlines to things, bring clarity to myself because a thought can be everywhere. But when you actually put it on paper and you bring clarity to yourself and say, these are the things that I need to complete, this is the deadline I have, these are the people that I need help with those things. Back to networking now because we can't do it all alone, but target goals of saying how, when, and where, and should I complete those. It
Yeah.
is very valuable, you guys. I mean, so many times that I actually missed out on things because I didn't have a clear vision or a clear focus because I wasn't prepared for it. Or I didn't have a target. I just say, hey, I want to accomplish this goal. But I left
Hmm.
all the necessities and the basics, which these are the basics, the target. I lack those things. So make sure you are providing a clear target goal that you want to complete. It's
Hmm.
important.
Yeah. Yeah. And Erica, when you said that, it made me think about, uh, you know, one of the things is, okay, people get to the point and say, okay, I got goals. What you said, right? I want to complete this. I want to do this. I want to make this much amount of money. I want to have this
Mhm,
amount of clients. I
mhm.
want when, how,
Right.
and so it makes me think about when we're talking about having a target goal or having a strategy for your goals in mind, it automatically leads me to thinking about smart goals, right?
Yes.
And that's how now we just take it from this thought, this concept of, oh, okay, goals. Okay, yeah, got it. I wanna get my first client. Okay, cool. When? How?
How?
How
Who
are you
is
gonna
your
know it
client?
when you're getting there?
Who?
You're getting there close. Exactly. So, those SMART goals, I always pull it up because I like to. There's just one. Google image that I always have when I'm thinking about SMART goals, because it breaks it down really cool with different colors. But for those, there are a lot of people who've never heard of that, right? And you'll be surprised. Like we may think that, or for some entrepreneurs watching that, or some adults watching this, even some teenagers, they might think, "Wait a minute,
What a
you mean
smart,
there's
yeah,
people who
they're just
haven't heard of SMART goals?" But there are people who don't know what that is, and so for that breakdown, SMART is specific, measurable, attainable, reliable, or relevant, and then time bound. Relatable or relevant, and then time bound. And so now with each one of those, you're making it a specific goal, like not just I want to get my first client, but I want to get my first client that is looking to do blah 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 XYZ.
mhm,
And then measurable, what are the steps that I can measure, something that I can look based off of those goals, right? That I wrote down,
definitely.
that I can measure that, right? And then attainable. Is it relevant? Like I want to be a millionaire next week, but I got $1 in the bank today. That ain't
Is
attainable,
it really
right?
attainable?
I mean, look,
Let's be smart about it. Right.
somebody may think it is, but yeah, let's be smart. And then relatable is that relevant. It should align with your goals, what you want to see. It should align with the bigger picture, the greater grand scheme of things, right? And then time bound. I want to have my first client. When? When do you want to have it? And I think for me, now maybe not everybody, Erica, but for me, that was the one I had the hardest time accepting. Because
Mhm.
time bound, automatically I think, what you mean? I don't know. I know I want to do it, but what if I say, and this is what gets scary for people, right? What if I say March and I don't do it by March? Now I'm a failure and this and that.
Right, 'cause I haven't
So
met
that,
that deadline.
yeah, that
Mhm.
time bound was one of the ones that I had to like, okay, cool. It's still something that you're working towards. And I'll throw it back
Yes,
to you. The last thing I want to say on that SMART
yes.
goals though is don't let your goals intimidate you.
Ooh,
Because again, think about this. It's your
okay.
goals, right? It's
Mhm.
your goals, is not no one else's. And first of all, you ain't got to tell everybody your goals. You have them written
Mhm.
down. Now, if you have a business coach or if you have a mentor or whatever, it's some things you may share, but still that process is yours.
Right.
Don't let it intimidate you to the point where you get in a place where you don't do anything. Like
Mhm.
now, oh man, this, people say it, what's that saying? Your dreams and your goals should be so big that it scares you.
Definitely.
So now when I get there, it's like, okay, let's go. So don't let it intimidate you. It's just something that you keep working towards.
Oh, this spicy already, baby. We getting spicy. I love it. Just jumping back what you said, not only don't let them intimidate you, but we're going back what you said about the deadlines. It's okay if you don't hit those deadlines. Yes, we're talking about
Mm,
target goals, but as we talk about ourselves too, because we are human, we have gone through some of the same things you guys are going to go through or going through. So that's one of the biggest things. I used to frantic when I didn't meet my deadlines. And then it
yeah.
me, I didn't meet that deadline, maybe I need to just pass on and not do it at all. And that wasn't so. You may not meet that deadline. Things happen. We're not saying make it something that is continuous, but life happened, things happen. And maybe that deadline was actually a pause to make sure you did something correct.
Yeah.
Maybe that deadline was actually needed so you can stop and reevaluate who you are in that goal setting that you're doing. So don't allow that deadline to take you away from your success. We want that target of that deadline because it's going to push you to your purpose and it's going to give you that ammunition that says that these are the things that I need to do and accomplish, but don't let it scare you. It's
Yeah.
not failure because you didn't make it. Failure is that fear of not trying to get to that deadline.
Yeah.
So don't think about that part of it. Shoot to those goals. Like you said, it should be intimidating. You should be scared of your goals. Like literally, I'm one of those ones that this year I am very, very scared of what I'm going to bring to the just myself and also others as well. Because I know them goals that I have. I know the people that I have networking and working with me that our mind are expanding. We're so great. And I'm just like, can't wait till I'm able to come back and sit in front of you guys and say, man, beginning of January, yeah, we talked about smart goals in the bank account, and that was me. But now,
Yeah.
2023, oh, it is amazing.
Yeah. And you know what? It's so funny you said that. Like, my goals for the year, it scares me. Like, y'all, I'm being real. Like, Erica's goals for the year, it scared me too, because she's so dope. She got a lot, man. Y'all just she be trying to hold back and be all what gems dropper. You got a lot going on, y'all. So I'm excited for the process. So
Yeah, it's coming.
just to be a witness, and to revisit that too, Erica. One other thing, as you know, we're both part of the CLCI family, Certified Life Coach Institute. And one of the things that we drive that point home even further with the SMART goals is another part of that we go one step further is that ER, smarter goals, right?
Hmm.
And with that smarter goals, it's actually adding in, you got the specific, measurable, attainable, relatable, time bound, right? Cool, got it. I got this goal. One other step that we take it a little bit further. ER, smarter goes to
Right.
emotional relevance, right?
Ooh,
Like, okay, now how will I feel when I get it?
mm-hmm.
Like, okay, I want to, and just as an example, right? I want to lose, I want to lose 10 pounds by February 1st.
Okay.
By, I want to lose 10 pounds by February 1st by sticking to a regimented eating and exercise plan so
Yes.
that I will feel more comfortable when I walk outside,
Mm-hmm.
so that I will feel more comfortable around people, so that I will gain my self confidence, so that I will feel good when I put on my clothes,
Yeah.
so that I feel good when I step out the shower. You know what I'm
Anyway,
saying?
because
Yeah,
that's the biggest one.
right. So that's that part of driving the SMART goals even further is that ER smarter, the emotional relevance. How will you feel? And then what's your why? Right? You're like, what's the why?
Exactly. What's that why? And I'm glad because we definitely, we was coming in this new year with the episode with a bang, but didn't want to hold you guys too long. But me and Mike, the rotate that we have, and I love it with you adding that ER, the emotional aspect, because that's one of the biggest things in my Facebook group. So definitely new, inspiring, and stuck entrepreneurs. I have a Facebook group, open group. For you guys to help you succeed to that next level mentally. So it's success mental for entrepreneurs. Definitely want to check that out. But one of the things that we're talking about tonight is just that mental aspect, that emotional aspect. How are you going to feel when you reach that level?
Mm,
How are you going to feel gaining the things that you need? Like you have to be emotionally ready for different things. You have to be emotionally ready just coming in entrepreneurship. It's a mental aspect. Everybody, anybody can do it, but the post I made, everybody, anybody can do something, but you can't do everything.
mm. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Everybody can do something, but you can't do everything.
You
Man, you
can't
know what?
do
That
everything.
that so reminded me of my video, my dub of the day on Monday that I dropped was it was a portion in there when I was talking about it, right? And I was like, okay, one thing I want everybody to do this year is stop looking at everybody else.
Hmm.
Stop looking at everybody because your target goals are not my target goals. My
Right.
target goals are not Erica's target goals. So what happens is now you are you and they are they. And so that's what it made me think about when you said
Definitely. And like you
everybody
said,
can do something, but you can't do everything.
you can't do everything. Like you said, what Mike got going on, the great things, all that, that is him. Now, do I
Hmm.
take some of the stuff and look at it and say he's amazing? He's dope. Definitely. That's why he's here. But through that process of entrepreneur is learning that part of having those smart ergos and emotionally looking within yourself and saying, I can't do everything. That's what make your goals even more of a target of looking at that and saying that. And once again, I am so transparent because that was a big thing of me. You guys, like he said, I have a lot going on that I'm doing now, but I have more of a target goal. But I know I'm awesome. I know I'm great. So I've done a lot of different things and do a lot of amazing things. But finding out and knowing now I can't do everything. I
Hmm.
can do those things. But what makes it great is when I narrow it down and then it become even more awesome. Awesome. It becomes
Awesomer. I love it. I'm telling you, I love
it
it.
comes even more when I just have that
Hmm.
target on it. So that emotional of understanding, and it was emotional for me from pulling back to a lot of things that I know I'm great at and continue to be great and say, this is what I want to do. And this is going to be my target goal. Because emotionally, I love a lot of things that I do. You know, some people know I did photography, still have that and still doing, but emotionally, my goal is to continue to help people what I'm doing and coaching you guys to get to that next level in your business.
Hmm.
So those are more of a hobby that I do. This podcast is another element of elevating you guys to get to that next level of your business. Those are my target goals and things that I want to accomplish right now. And I know it's needed not only for ourselves, but for the community and others that are viewing and watching as well. So those are the things that I'm actually targeting on now. They call me Coach Perry. I also coach. Been coaching sports for over 10 years. Love my babies. Not to mention the nonprofit, the awesome nonprofit You Talk United that me and Mike is both a part of. But our ultimate goals right now, those targets are what we're doing now. So it was
Hmm.
emotional of saying, how can I get around to make sure that I'm giving that target goal the needs that it need be to be planted up. So you have to think about those guys. You have to.
Yeah, definitely. And Erica, one thing I just want to really focus in on something that you said when you started talking about that. And for that person watching, it may be one, it may be five, it may be 10, 100. When you started off all that you just said, you said, "Listen, I know I'm awesome." I want people to really take that into this year. Know that you're awesome. Know that you are amazing. Know that you're dope. Know that you are all that you want to be. Because think about it like this: if you are getting somewhere,
Mhm.
notice I didn't say try it, because you don't try. You either do or you don't.
You got it.
But if you are going somewhere, right, and you look at how you're going to show up that end goal when you get there, let's say May 1st, 2022, it's not a different person. It's you. It's
Definitely.
just you when you get there. So that's the person you want to bring back forward and show up as today. Like, I'm there, I'm accomplished.
Mhm.
If your goal is to be a millionaire by a certain time, I'm a millionaire. Claim it. Claim it. That's you.
So,
So
yeah,
you are awesome. You are dope. You are great. You are amazing. You are successful. So claim it now. It's all yours, you know?
it's all about manifesting and speaking and providing those things to yourself so you can feel comfortable, as Mike we've talked about earlier with the way you want to feel comfortable saying you are those things. So you have to speak that. And that allow other people to feel comfortable and say, okay, yeah, that person dope. Oh, you definitely are that millionaire. Oh, I wouldn't mind working with you because they feel your presence of what you're doing.
Hmm.
And they understand the path that you're going because you have that confidence. The worst thing is going around and not having that confidence because you don't have the confidence of how you feel about different things.
Hmm.
That's the worst thing. And somebody can actually peep that and see it and say, you know what? I don't truly believe in this person. I don't
Yeah.
think they're confident enough to actually succeed in that area. So we want to make sure that, like you said, speak those words. No, now into that goal and beyond. Know who you are. Manifest those things. Speak those things.
No doubt. Yeah. Ooh, manifest it. Speak it. That's what it's all about. I love it. Coach, you can't end it without letting people know, how they can find you, because they
Oh,
need to be
definitely,
able to
definitely.
witness all this awesomeness that's coming about in
Yeah,
2022 for you.
definitely, you guys. Like I said, we didn't want to hold you guys long, but y'all see we went in. So please, please make sure all social medias, Coach Perry, Instagram, Miss Jams Dropper. You will see it on Facebook. Um, actually, LinkedIn too as well. Me and Mike was talking about that. We always talk about networking and building ourselves to the next level. But all social media platforms, you will see Coach Perry. But definitely want you guys to tune in with us on Facebook, Talkers First Doers. We're on Twitter, Talkers First Doers, as well as Instagram. Make sure you plug in and get ready. We have so much coming aboard, but we want to make sure as a community you guys are involved too as well. So plug in with us, like, share, subscribe, especially on YouTube. We're definitely going to give a little bit more spice on YouTube to you guys. So some of the things you may not see on social media, an aspect of Facebook and Instagram will definitely be on YouTube. So make sure you're tuning in. Once again, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you, Mike, for just coming on and just being an amazing blessing to Talkers First Doers. We're so excited. And I definitely want you not only to tell the people where they can find you, but I also want you to end giving them 5 C's because I think it's so relevant for what we've been talking about.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, for me, it's across the board. Coach Mike James, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. I'm not as heavily involved there, and that's the only place I couldn't get Coach Mike James. Somebody got it. I'm gonna find them, and I'll be like, "Come up off that player." But on Twitter, on Twitter, it's by Coach Mike. But my website, coachmikejames.com, across the board, Coach Mike James, on all platforms. And honestly, this, I always end my videos and stuff with motivation and some different quotes. I like to come up with acronyms and letters and all this stuff. But one of the most important, and I'm glad that Erica said that, is that 5 C's. It's my whole approach to coaching. It's the approach to what I do, what I bring. And it's simply claiming that you have the 5 C's, right? You are capable, competent, confident, conscious, and courageous. And I always punch at the end because I want you to bring that energy when you say that, when you claim that you're capable, competent, confident, conscious, and courageous to do anything that you seek and work to do in this life. So, I just always tell people to do what they need to do to get to that next level. It's already there. You're there. Now just show up as the person you want to be.
I love it. Thank you so much, Mike. Thank you guys. I hope you got something out those 5 C's. Definitely, I do every time. But we're going to end this as always. Don't just talk about it, do it. And we will see you guys on the next episode. Have a good one.
Peace.